Did you know that our last episode is called All I Want for Christmas? No, it's not.
And so this is Christmas. Our last episode was a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And it's 21st of January already.
2024.
What?
No.
How long was I asleep?
No, we've been away for a couple of weeks. And I'm sure that we're gonna tell why, or at least what we've been up to in those weeks. But we're back. We're back. We've got
from outer space.
No? Really? No. So that's where you've been all those days.
In my head.
No. We are back here with our podcast.
Yay.
In the new year. And, I would say let's just start.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. Well, hello there, 2023. Our podcast has made it to a brand new year, and although the internet says it's not socially acceptable to wish you all a very happy new year after January 15th, we're going ahead with it anyway and say Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Yeah!
Wait, is that the official rule? You cannot say it after January 15th.
I had to Google it.
Okay.
Well, there's no official rule, but it's the socially accepted thingy.
Society demands that. Great.
Yeah. So now that we've proven to also be rebels this year,
we're still crazy.
We can safely continue with today's episode. My name is Diana van Giersbergen, and I'm here with my co-host Marcella Bovio.
Hola.
Hola. And today's topic is challenge accepted. Yes. But before we start chatting away about this lovely and uplifting topic, I would first like to know how you've been doing, Marcella. How were your holidays and what is on your agenda for the upcoming year?
Oh, wow, that's a lot of questions. I am...
Well, share how you have been doing.
I'm good. At this very moment, I have a light headache because we had some wine yesterday.
Yes, we've been to dinner.
Yeah, it was great. And in a train.
Yes. An old train.
On an old train.
Yeah.
An old train that was turned into a restaurant in Tilburg. That was brilliant.
Yeah. In a train wagon.
In a train wagon. Yeah. And it was great. So right now I'm feeling it slightly.
Yeah, you are?
Yeah. I have a slight headache. But for the rest, I am doing pretty okay. Holidays were brilliant. I spent them with my family in Mexico.
Yeah.
We went to the beach. It was great weather. It was sunny. It was warm. And now I'm back here and there's snow and winter.
Yeah. Which I love.
And I don't.
Which you don't.
No, not necessarily. But it's okay. But I'm doing great. Did some repairs to my car. I changed my battery.
Yeah.
From my car on my own, which I'm very proud of.
So I'm going to write down. This is my friend Marcella Bovio. She's an IT wizard, and apparently nowadays she can also fix my car.
No, well, don't count on that. Don't count on that.
Yeah.
If there's a video on YouTube about it, then maybe.
You should make YouTube videos about this. Dude, that would be brilliant. Like just you fixing the battery of your car or the headlights or whatever.
There was a lot of cursing though, so I wouldn't be able to monetize it anyway. So it's not a good business case, a good business model.
Just bleep it away.
But anyway,
I would pay a lot of money to see you.
You would?
Hands get dirty, and you have to wear this overall, maybe pink one.
Would you, our listeners, pink overalls? Well,
starting a business.
No, I think I have enough hobbies, but
hobbies.
But but I'm doing great. A lot of plans for this year. Working on a new EP for Stream of Passion, one of my bands, progressive symphonic metal, which I'm very excited about. We've got a couple of songs already demoed, and it's turning out pretty great. So I'm very excited. And I'm going to Paris in February.
Paris?
And I'm going to do a solo show there.
Sing in French.
I released a song in French as well. Which I'm also very proud of, Jusqu'au bout de l'univers. That was very
Bless you.
nice. Thank you. And so many great things coming up. Mayan shows, Arjen shows. So it's a Stream of Passion show. It's going to be a great year. I'm very excited. Yay!
Sounds great.
How about you?
Well, my holidays were different than intended. I was planning on celebrating New Year's Eve's in Belgium at Isaac's from Epica, and I was really looking forward to that. And then I had an unexpected visitor. He goes by the name of Uncle Ko.
Yeah, you got corona.
Yes.
Finally.
No,
Welcome.
not finally. I was planning on being the only person in the world, or the 10% in the world, who is unable to get the infection or disease or whatever it's called nowadays, a virus.
I'm so sorry for you.
But, I did. And I've never been this sick in the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years, seriously?
Yeah, I did. So it really hit me. I had muscle cramps in a way that I could not stand, could not sit, could not lay down without some place in my body hurting in a very strange way.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was really weird. So that's what I did on New Year's Eve.
No, just sit in pain.
Yeah, like welcome 2023. Yeah, it's gonna be a brilliant year.
Is this you're turning your hand? Is this champagne? Is this wine?
No, I'm waving my flag.
Oh, you're waving your
happiness. Yeah,
you're waving your flag.
Yeah, don't you see it? It's this little imaginary flag with a smiley on it, like yeah. But I actually had a lot of neighbors who went nuts, firework wise.
Yeah, which is
so
illegal
that was
now,
great.
right? It's illegal in the Netherlands.
No, only the ones who go bang without the sparkles. Those were illegal this year, and the ones with the sparkles, we call them siervuurwerk. I really don't know how that translates. Those were legal, so everyone put their money on that,
right?
Especially because it was banned in the previous year. So
that's true.
I know. It was unbelievable. My neighbors, I think they just saved up all those years and they went nuts.
What is it with Dutch
enjoyed
people
that.
and fire and fireworks? I think the Dutch have a strange fascination with fire and fireworks and explosions. And
I would be really okay with the government banning everything and then every town doing a professional organized fireworks show.
Yeah.
And then having a lot less people end up on the ER. I would be totally okay with that. Yeah. I know that it's a little bit controversial what I'm saying right now because a lot of people are really, really, really set on having fireworks.
Yeah, but then again, if
New Year's Eve.
If it was centrally organized, it's probably going to be very pretty and
but
less
people
dangerous.
really want to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this I don't get. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Do not really feel the urge to
make fire. Like.
Is this your impression of a caveman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I make fire. I don't know. It's something tribal about it, right? Right.
Well, if you put it like this, then yes.
I think
so. That was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then only yesterday, I got a new spalkje, an iron bar on the inside of my...
It's not a bar.
It's
more like a thread.
Yeah, but for me, it feels like one.
Behind your front teeth.
Anyway, yeah, so they replaced... I had braces when I was younger, and these iron threads or wires that they glue.
It's a wire.
Yeah.
That's the best word.
So they glue them to the inside of your teeth so your teeth don't move.
Right.
And I have a new one on the top. And we've been talking about this yesterday when we were out to dinner the whole time.
You're convinced that you have a lisp now, which I do not hear.
I am so convinced that I cannot talk any other way than this.
That's great.
No, it is very irritating because the tip of my tongue cannot be in the same position as it used to be. And now I constantly hear myself talk like this.
But that's not true.
And it's, because we're singers, we're so hot. Here, see? We're so...
Now you're exaggerating.
I bet I really have to push it a little bit backwards to make the same here. Oh, God. So we're really focused on that because we're singers, and I constantly hear it. And if you cannot even do it correctly if you focus on it so much.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Sing. See.
I think you should not. You shouldn't. If you exaggerate it, then it kind of like stays like that a little bit. So just don't.
The good news
forget
is
about
though we are here in my jewelry studio.
Yeah, with some tea.
Behind us is the musical side of my studio, and then the other side is the musical studio. My jewelry studio, which means I have a lot of pliers here, and also the ones who can cut right through this thing. So if at the end,
the idea of you putting some pliers and no.
If at the end of this episode I'm still very much annoyed by this, then I will ask you to do the honors.
That's great.
Okay, thank you.
That's
no, I don't do it with the tone.
This week's episode.
Yeah. But before I get to that, the upcoming year will be a very exciting one for me.
Yes,
because I have my first. Here it comes, solo single.
Hold on.
I have my first solo single coming out.
Yay!
It's coming out on Valentine's Day.
Excellent.
Yes, and I'm really, really looking forward. It's called After the... I can't say that anymore. I need to change the title. It's called After the Storm. Oh my God.
I think this is going to be a very long episode.
After the Storm. And I'm really looking forward. It's going to be accompanied by a brilliant video that the people of Blackbriar, who also gave us brownies in one of the past episodes.
Oh, yeah. They make great brownies and they make great videos.
Produce brilliant videos.
Yeah.
And you've already seen it.
I have.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I think it's extremely cute that you think like, oh, I don't know what people are going to think, while they're going to absolutely love it. I am 100% convinced of that. So.
Yeah, but it's so scary to do something.
Oh, definitely.
Something like this and then completely by yourself and for yourself.
Yeah, because it's like, normally you're in a band, so it's kind of like a team sport.
Yeah.
But now you're like...
Well, it's not.
no, but
there
like
are always
visually,
two people,
visually,
or three
yeah,
people.
Yeah. So it's like doubles on tennis. And now it's just you.
Yeah.
Singles.
Yeah, and that's scary. Yeah. Oh, I must say though that it's not only me. Joost van den Broek is writing and co-producing it. Yeah. So it's a joint effort.
Yeah, that's so
But
great.
it's my face, it's my name.
Yeah.
So it's
it's your life, it's no one.
Okay, let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So today's topic is challenge accepted.
Yes.
So, Marcella, can you say this fast 10 times? She sells seashells on the seashore.
Shit. No.
Okay. And can you deduct?
But can you say...
No, it's my script. Okay. And probably the answer to whatever you're going to say is currently not. Can you deduct 2,765 from 5,876 and then add 213 in 5 seconds?
Well, with my little device
Without
here,
your calculator.
Of course not.
And hey, what's the capital of Turkmenistan?
Is that a real country?
Yeah, and I know it. It's Ashgabat because I prepared the script. Yeah. No, you cannot fulfill any of these challenges. Then maybe we should stick to the more meaningful ones that we've encountered in our lives and talk about those as well as the challenges we are currently facing. Does that sound like a plan?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Otherwise, we can always circle back to she sells seashells on the seashore.
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm actually able to say that one.
That's very good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
It's a really lies 9. It's a really nice line. I this is something I do a lot. Exchange the.
Oh yeah.
Is it consonant medeklinker?
Yeah. Consonants.
Do that constantly. Anyway, as always, we'll be discussing our episode's topic through a series of statements. Oh, that's a nice thing to say. Series of statements. One provided by you, Marcella, and one by me. And then another one by one of our fans. Today, that fan is from our Patreons. But more on that later. Let's just start with statement number 1.
Oui.
Statement number 1 is by you, and it says, when faced with a challenge, do you fight or fly?
I think personally that most of the times I fight.
Yeah.
For most of the challenges, but there is one big exception.
Which
when
is?
it comes, social things.
Oh, pressure.
No, like social interactions, confrontations, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then I will fly away.
Can you give us an example?
When you have to confront someone about something, or like if I don't know.
So
like,
if someone mistreated you,
yeah,
and then you rather choose to
not do anything about it.
Go into confrontation.
Yeah. So like if it's like talking about, although I'm getting better at it, I have to say, like nowadays I won't fly away from confrontation so easily. But sometimes it's just because it costs me so much effort to do so. I will probably avoid it. But everything else, like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Or do I know how to do this? No. Okay, I'm actually, like gonna look it up. Like, can I build this IKEA bed? Like, I don't know, but yes, I will try it. And I might curse a lot in the process, but I did it. And like I said, I changed the battery of my car, and I was very proud of that as well. So most of the times I will go for it. Yeah.
You just told me something about myself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because you're saying like, can I build this IKEA bed? And then you fight, and then you fight like in a I need to educate myself way.
Yeah.
That's your way of fighting. Like I need to educate myself, and then I can do it.
Yeah.
And you've just told me something, or just made me realize something that I thought my answer would be fight with everything.
Yeah.
But it's not true.
No,
because I already shared with you before we started this recording that I have a new laptop.
Yes.
And in this, I absolutely fly.
Okay, people, I don't know if you're watching this on YouTube, then you can barely see Diana's laptop over there. This thing is...
It's from 2017.
Okay, that's not even that's not too bad. But
I have to add, I am a world champion in laptop throwing.
This laptop is very old, is very slow. She never updates it, so
and for good reasons.
It's not a very optimal device to work in.
I must say it updates itself though.
Oh, good for you, laptop.
Not happy about that. Good for you. Yeah.
So she bought a new one.
Yes, I did.
Great specs.
Yeah,
Jos from the studio helped you to build
like not Joost, but Jos, who is the engineer.
Yeah,
he helped me build the inside.
Yeah,
and now I can do brilliant stuff with video and Photoshop together. And,
excellent.
No problem at all.
Having a new device is one of the things that makes me the happiest in life.
Yeah,
and she doesn't like it, or she's not up to the challenge of moving all of her files to the new laptop.
And programs, and it asks me all kind of things on which I don't know how to answer it. So I have a new laptop.
Yeah. And where is this new laptop at this moment? Can you tell it, or audience, or listeners?
I can. It's I have a very nice jewelry desk, or makeup desk.
Yeah.
And it's on top of that.
Yeah.
Underneath a vase with dried flowers. And I'm actually really starting to dislike the laptop because it really doesn't match the vase. but it's there, so I need to look at it regularly and think, oh yeah, I need to do this.
I mean, you just ask me, and then I come and fix it.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of thinking, I can do this. I just need to start with it.
Yeah.
And
because listen,
I'm constantly postponing the.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, and this is like something that a colleague told me, and now I totally agree. Like I like my one of the lights of my car also stopped working.
Yeah.
And I thought like, well, I can take it to a garage and they're going to charge me millions for it because it's the Netherlands. And one of those like little bulbs, it cost like 20 euros. So I thought like, heck, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And then I did that. And I thought like, oh, well, if I did this, and I probably can change the battery of my car. And then the more that you do things, the easier it seems to try something else.
Yeah.
So for instance, like I helped Diana with her precious metal jewelry website. We built a whole web shop.
Yeah.
And at some point it was so much work and I had so little time.
Yeah. Sorry.
That you but you actually just tried and you did things and you managed to do quite a lot of things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you did. I didn't have to start the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's now with a laptop.
But listen, I mean, we all have our the challenges that we accept and the challenges that we don't accept, because you wouldn't fly away from a social challenge.
No, I wouldn't.
And I would. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there.
I wouldn't. But I do need a store where I could just buy a laptop, which already has just, if I click on it, I see my photo, it asks for passwords, I answer the password and it says, hi Diana, here are your files.
The real question is, do you know your password?
This one I do. Yes. And you know why? Because Jos from the studio, who like set the whole thing up, he actually did all the work last time.
Don't tell the people from the internet your password.
No, I won't tell, but it's the same as Jos, because so then if I'll forget, I can just ask Jos, what's my password? Don't you think that's brilliant?
Okay.
I'll open his laptop.
Yeah, and you should never make Jos mad then.
No, but then
Should
again,
stay on his
you
good side.
little lady, you know all my
that's true.
passwords.
Which also means that you
even
should
the ones to my
always stay on my
PayPal.
good side.
So I have my computer backing up. If I need a password, I can just ask what's my password.
Yeah.
And if my computer crashes, I can ask you.
Yeah.
I don't see any flaws in this plan.
This is solid logic.
I like you.
Solid
I like you.
logic. Yeah. But
Okay.
we need to do something about
Yeah,
the
but
laptop.
social engagements or distressed situations, I do not fly from, and you can ask the PostNL people at the help desk if that's true.
This is a perfect example to call a help desk and to be like generally distressed or like to generally complain about something and being mad about it. I am completely incapable of doing.
Really?
Because I also feel for them, you know, like, I mean, this is not their fault, you know, it's just.
Oh, but that's something I say meanwhile.
But yeah.
No, I will always tell them, hey, I'm not mad at you personally, but you have to agree with me that the system doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because in what my quarrel was about, they were selling me a product that I can then digitally buy, and then you need to print 3 files. So one is the sticker with the address, so the address sticker, and then there are 2 custom files which I need to sign for other countries to accept my parcel.
Yeah.
And the custom files you could not print.
Huh?
So I could buy the product and then they would generate it with a barcode, and then you go to the post office, they scan the barcode, and they should be
Print the
able
stuff,
to
yeah.
print all 3 labels.
Yeah.
And they could not print the custom files.
Oh.
So
That's stupid.
this was what was happening. And I made so many phone calls about this
Yeah.
that eventually I ended up, because they redirected this to someone who should know everything about that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't from the help desk anymore. So he was
Yeah.
like an internal
Yeah,
person.
absolutely.
And this guy was totally freaked out by how you need to fix this. I was. And he came up with solutions. And I said, yes, But listen, Arjen was his name. We can try this, but it doesn't solve the problem. And I think his boss told him, okay, you need to satisfy this lady in some way. Can I still say satisfy, or am I then dating Arjen? Yeah, okay. Make this lady a little less angry. Could also be dating Arjen then. But anyways, he needed to come up with a good solution, which he didn't.
Yeah.
So I just said, okay, we can try that, but it doesn't solve the problem. Arjen, do you have anything else for me? No, you don't? Okay, call me back later. And this was kind of what happened.
That's great.
And then at the end, it was already after Christmas, and then the whole case was closed. And you know what? I checked the PostNL website in January, and in January they always update their products.
Yeah.
And now this whole product is gone.
Yeah, you told me. Well, they fixed the problem.
No. No, they just took it out,
Yeah.
which is
They took out the problem.
BS.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I might need to redirect my anger at the Jumbo again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I can be very, very fierce if it comes to situations like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great.
But it's just that I cannot stand injustice. This is what really, really drives me mad.
Okay.
So if I'm able to buy something that doesn't work,
Yeah.
then we have a problem.
Yeah.
And it's not me causing the problem, and the one who is causing the problem, I will let you know.
Yeah. That's great. And I just think like, everyone is doing their best, like I just completely assume that everyone is doing their best and that it is not their fault.
It's someone's fault. Yeah. When I was in Xandria, they would always told me, you Dutch people are so straightforward.
Yeah.
Do you have the same experience?
The Dutch people are straightforward? Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. 100%.
Oh yeah, I'm not insulted. This is a compliment.
Yeah, because I think in Mexico we will, which is not necessarily a good thing.
Mind you.
Being very straight. I mean, then the thing is, being very honest and very straight about how you feel about things is great, because then you know that people will tell you exactly what they think.
Yeah.
But then they will tell you exactly what they think. So sometimes people...
Easier to find a solution.
Yes, but also sometimes not very empathic responses.
That's true. You have to have a thick skin. Well, I hope your skin is thick enough for the next statement. The next statement is by me.
Let me see.
And it's called, there must be a purpose behind every challenge.
Yeah, and I didn't quite get it because...
It's about fate. So, if life gives you lemons... this kind of direction. So, let me just say, I am really not a believer in, this is fate, and we are fated to be together, or it's fated to happen, and but stuff like this.
Yeah.
I don't see it that way, because then you see it before it happens, or when it's happening. But afterwards, when something has happened, I totally see, okay, so I gained a lot from this experience, and maybe this is just what I needed in life.
Right. And that is exactly how I think as well.
Yeah, and for me, it means that there is really not that much that I lost the word. Waar ik spijt van heb. That I regret.
Yeah. You don't have many regrets.
Yeah. Well, obviously, there are situations in which I think, I really should have handled that differently, because I might have said something that hurted someone. But when it comes to...
Sometimes are you from the help desk?
Not help desk people. They're excluded in everything. Sorry if you work at a help
Arjen.
desk. And I'm a very nice person generally. Anyway, no, I mean like life decisions. For example, leaving Xandria. I mean, it was totally hurtful, but you do it. And then it's not that I can very stubbornly say, and then I never look back, because obviously I did. But I also see that making that decision was for the better, and it changed so much, and it also brought me new opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think everything life throws at you, however hurtful, it changes your perspective, and you might learn something or gain something. Or you have to adapt and find your happiness in that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I mean, I have had my fair of unpleasantries in life, and I think that I have learned a lot about them. And I absolutely do not think like that is fate. And if you tell me like, no, but everything happens for a reason, I'm gonna show you one of these fingers. Probably the middle one.
Choose.
Yes, of course, you can learn from things. But here's a pickle.
Really? I love pickles.
Do you think we need these challenges in order to appreciate the good things in life?
Ooh, deep. I absolutely think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was teased when I was a little girl at elementary school. And there is where I learned to grow thick skin. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't have that, I definitely would not have made it through the conservatory.
Right.
Because it was not that I was teased at the conservatory.
Yeah.
But
it was rough, probably.
Yeah, the load of material that you have to study and that you have to know and they have to sing and all the things that you have to balance in such a study. That's is it really hard work.
Is it very competitive as well, like with the students?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah. The year in which I was in, there were only 4 singing students because you have to audition.
Yeah.
And then 4 got accepted. I was one of them.
Only
and
4?
I couldn't find any common ground with any of these women.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, and it went from, okay, so we don't see eye to eye to, okay, we really hate one another.
Oh, no, seriously?
Yeah, there was one.
Do they know? Because, no.
Hi, Clara. No, there was one, and I really didn't feel that so much towards her, but she felt it towards me, and she outed it towards me.
Really?
Yeah, well, and then I also turned towards her.
Yeah. She started.
Well, the thing is, she was very religious.
Oh,
and
okay.
she always made remarks about that, how if I wasn't, and if I ever had children, and they would not be baptized, they would burn in hell. So that's the level we're at.
Okay, so irrationality.
Call it what you want.
Magic.
It didn't suit me.
Fairy tales.
Yeah. Well, it didn't suit me.
100%.
And this was also her kind of way in dealing with competition.
Apparently.
And
a childish way.
Yeah, I tried to neglect that. And I did it most of the time. I was just like, turn the other cheek. Which is, by the way, a very Christian thing.
100%.
So it was up her alley. And I might have just, after I had my bachelor exam and I had a grade much, much higher than her, I might have just made a reference. At her, with her.
I might have just made a poster and hang it outside
with
her house.
Friends and family and then say bye.
Very nice.
Anyway, so yeah, the conservatory was very competitive. Luckily, by the way, in the year that followed after me, so 1 year lower, I managed to have a very good friend who is still one of my good friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Because you're called Janine. You're a blonde woman with a dramatic soprano voice. That was kind of the sound. No. Yeah. So, and I did have a lot of friends, but within the same instrument, it can be very competitive.
Wow.
Yeah. So that helped me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think, I mean, I totally agree. Like having difficult times like helps you cherish things and appreciate things in life.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's a little bit of a sad thought, though, that we need that.
You need to make mistakes to learn and for growth to be there. And it's also why I'm really not a firm believer in people having only dated one person who they then end up marrying, and that's it for life.
Oh, yeah.
Because you need to know what you want and what you do not want in a partner.
So the more failed relationships you had, the better. Then I am definitely on a great track here.
There's always a balance in things.
Good for me.
And a certain magical number, maybe.
Now I'm excited.
Yeah, okay.
What the future will bring.
It's only up from here.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but you know, right?
So did this Arjen guy sound handsome? Okay.
He did have a nice voice.
I'm kidding.
But, well, I wouldn't say it was a pushover, but in some way I managed to push him over.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Moving on to statement number 3. By one of our patrons. If you're willing to join us, please feel free. It's we only have one. Is it called a perk or a fee? How does one call it?
It's only one tier.
A tier. Yes. Tier. And it's a very small amount. It's just your way of saying we would like to support you this year.
Like the podcast.
And we like the podcast. And you get to... Why do we do this Italian accent?
I don't know.
Okay. So you get a little bit of extra bonus content now and then.
Yes.
And early access. Away. Okay, so now that we've had everything, the statement is by Frederick St. George, and he says, what do you believe are the main challenges to someone who wishes to start a career in the musical domain these days? Go!
Oh, wow. Well, a lot.
Yeah, I would say everything is a challenge.
Everything is challenge.
Because if you do everything by yourself...
Which you have to.
It's kind of like reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
And then stumbling now and then.
Yeah.
And then finding your way. So if there is one advice that I would give people, it's to network and to really find people you can partner up with.
Yeah.
Who can build you a brilliant website. Or who can shoot a brilliant video.
Yeah.
Or who can do a brilliant production. And it doesn't mean that this everything is for free, because that's not how the world works. But the thing is, you cannot do everything by yourself.
Oops.
Okay, I'm talking to you here.
No, but I think there is inevitably a period in which you are going to have to figure out a lot of stuff on your own. Because before you can get... So you either need two things. A lot of time, a lot of resilience, and a lot of will to learn stuff.
Yeah.
And then you will get away with most of the things that you have to learn on your own. Or you need a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And then you pay everyone to do the things that you need to do in order to make a career in music. Because
that's true.
You can also get away with that.
But be aware that with multiple people... come multiple opinions.
Yeah.
And the risk of losing your authentic ideas or vision, that's there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you invite a lot of people to help out with your project and then help out, take over certain parts, then you really have to be able to manage everything.
Yeah, you need to have a very clear vision.
Which is yet another skill that you then have to manage. You have to manage the managed part by yourself.
And maybe that sums up what the actual biggest challenge is when you want to make a career out of music. It's a long con.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's such a long con. You have to be at it for years before you start to see anything happening.
Well, the first thing obviously is that you have to play an instrument.
Yeah.
At a certain level.
Yeah.
And take practicing seriously.
Yeah.
Because now we have the generation who think oh, hey, I can play this solo. But who can absolutely not play tone ladders. Scales. Who cannot do a scale, but who can play a solo. But just because it's, I don't know, on TikTok or on YouTube. And they can recreate that.
Yeah.
But oh man,
You
build up from the basic level, and then.
Plus, there are so many skills that you need in order to develop a product. That we've talked about this, right? On the we have an episode about this. I think there are so many things and so many tasks that I think that the biggest challenge is to be able to stick with it for as long as you need.
Yeah, you absolutely need to be motivated and willing to invest every free minute.
Yeah,
in your musical career or whatever career,
and have quite a thick skin.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you think. Well, here it's rather thick. Here though, is it this? Well, anyway,
I can make a really mean joke now.
Oh no, don't make me.
Okay.
But yeah, because
Christmas helped me out a lot with my thick skin.
Oh yeah, me too.
That was what I was going to pinch you there. Like, oh.
I absolutely have a back roll right now.
Yeah. So you need a lot of Christmases to grow a thick skin.
You need to eat very well. Now, to be able to take criticism, because if you eventually like create music yourself, it's such a personal thing.
Oh my God, yes.
Right? And if you, you were just talking about this, like now you're releasing solo material. It's so close to your heart, and some people, I mean, not everyone's going to like it. If you're lucky, some people will like it, and then a lot of people will hate it.
Really?
And
what?
Yeah, not everyone's going to like.
No, Arjen from the help desk is not going to like it.
And you should not attempt to please everyone.
No.
Haters are going to hate.
Hey, and that's why I believe that everything you create has to be genuine. Because if you do not like what you create, then there's no way you're going to be able to sell it.
Right. Yeah.
And then I don't even mean monetize. I mean, like, sell it.
Yeah.
Like, do your pitch and believe in it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So maybe that's the first challenge. Find something that you support for 100%, and that if no one likes it, you are still going like, oh, this is completely me and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't read stuff online.
But do reply to everyone.
Just don't read it.
Yeah.
just
Here's an interesting thing.
So here's what you do. You go on social media, you post something, and then when people reply, you squint so that you can read what it is, and then you just reply to everything, like whatever random thing. Yeah. Just smileys. Smileys.
Yeah, just say, hey, I went there last week. To FU town. Let's continue.
Yes.
Well, now that we've talked about our musical challenges, it's only logic that we move on to the next podcast segment. Podcast segment. Our podcast playlist. Yes. In our last episode, and so this is Christmas. Yeah. We chose, I am so challenged. We chose the same song, and there is no score to settle.
Are we even?
No.
Really?
No, in the last episode.
Oh.
And then in the last episode, we also said, oh, what's the general score?
Yeah.
And then we both said, we have no idea.
Oh, I still have no idea.
So, let's...
New year, new possibilities?
No, yeah, okay. Okay. It was the first podcast in our history in which we had the same song.
Yeah.
Let's see if it was also the last one in which we had the same song. And if we can continue to challenge one another. See what I did there?
Yeah.
So Marcella, what's your song?
Well, this is absolutely not a challenge because it was a very obvious choice for me.
I'm so afraid that you have the same song again.
No, because you said something that I think doesn't match this song. But if I think of challenges, the first thing that popped into my mind was dun 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 dun.
Oh no, I don't know.
Dun dun dun.
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, the Eye of the Tiger. The eye of the tiger rising up. Back from the streets.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I see that. Yes.
It's like, yeah, let's do this. Let's take on this challenge.
Okay.
Rising up.
Yeah, you have that approach. I think I have kind of the same approach, but coming in from a different angle.
Yeah, I'm very curious now.
First I was afraid, I was petrified. And then I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And in my own lyrics, I do a lot of personalization thingies.
Yeah.
So I make topics that aren't human. I make them human. So I make little persons out of them.
Like...
So meaning that first I was afraid, I was petrified, keep thinking I could never live without you by my side. You doesn't have to be a person.
Yeah.
Could also be some kind of, I don't know, furniture that gives you kind of safety. So if you break your favorite mug, you can still sing. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. Gosh, I always burned myself when I used my favorite mug. And I grew strong. All the kind of blisters on your lips.
What's going on?
And I learned how to get along.
I don't understand what's going on.
Anyway, that's my song.
Great.
Yeah.
I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Yes, that's, yeah. And yours is by...
Survivor. Eye of the Tiger.
I didn't know that. A survivor even. Wow. That absolutely matches the topic.
Right?
So.
Oh, we could have also gone with I'm a survivor, I'm a forgiver.
Yeah, but that's the songs of our lives. So.
Okay, so.
Ad-libs just because of the ad-libs.
Exactly. We wouldn't have it any other way.
We should make a vocal cake from ad-libs.
No, this is horrific.
And then use it as a ringtone.
No, that sounds horrific.
No, and then make it available on our Patreon. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Right?
Yeah.
I think we should end our episode right here. We hope that you've enjoyed our conversations. And if you did, then maybe share it with some people here and there. How about a challenge? How about you sharing it with at least one other person of which you think, he or she or it would really appreciate this little silly podcast.
Yeah.
Because I think we can safely say that also in 2023, our little podcast is not to be taken very seriously.
Well, no.
Right?
Not really.
So, sharing is free and always much appreciated. You can listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and our very own Anchor page. Watch our podcast on YouTube. Hello. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. 5 thumbs up. Please give us 5 thumbs up. And don't use the same finger as Marcella just mentioned. It's not a thumb, but anyway, not that finger. Or a 5-star rating.
Yes.
So it's not a 1-star rating and a 5 thumbs up. It's the other way around.
Okay.
You can connect with us via Facebook, Instagram, and more exclusively on Patreon. Through which you can also support this podcast. And get early access.
And we'll appreciate if you do.
See. The occasional bonus contacts, and we'll chip in. You can chip in on the topics that we should do next.
Exactly.
Yeah, we should ask that in the upcoming days.
Do it.
Then, closing down, I would like to throw one final challenge at you. By asking you, are we better friends yet?
Well, no, but that's not a challenge. I know it for a fact.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think it was fated. We're just meant to be.
We're just meant to be. Cheers.
Bye.